for us at home who don't really know what's going on, what is the online safety bill?
So the Online Safety Bill was first unveiled in 2018 by Sajid Javid, then the Home Secretary, and he said it was intending a piece of legislation that would make Britain the safest place in the world to go online. And this was in response to understandable concern about the harm that some unfiltered content was doing to children online. But in the course of the last 4 years, when we've had not one but 3 new prime ministers since 2018, it's sort of mushroomed into something much bigger, and it's no longer designed simply to protect children. It's also a new clause has crept in which is designed to protect adults from content that is supposedly legal but harmful to them. And that's obviously of some concern to free speech concerners, not least because one of the founding principles of English common law is that if something isn't explicitly prohibited, then it's permitted. That's the foundation of English liberty, quite different to the continent, where unless something is explicitly permitted, then it's prohibited. But this creates a grey area which departs from that principle, this concept of something which is legal but harmful. And under the previous version of the bill, big providers like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube were going to be encouraged to remove this legal but harmful content, which the government was going to designate in a separate statutory instrument, which could easily be updated by future Labour digital secretaries in the way you described. Now, the new version of the bill, which was unveiled by Michelle Donnellan in Parliament today, she's the new digital secretary, is a bit better. So the legal but harmful clause has gone. Big providers are still going to be able to say how they're going to give users tools to protect themselves from that content if they don't want to see it. So something like a safe browsing mode for those social media platforms, but they're not going to encourage the platforms to ban it altogether. So it still has problems from a free speech point of view, because are the default settings going to be the safety settings in which you won't be able to get, for instance, GBNews content unless you dial them back to unsafe settings, because GBNews content may be designated unsafe by Facebook. But, you know, if we can address that issue, I think we're on our way to a more liberal bill in which, you know, everyone is their own content moderator and not relying on, you know, legislation to protect them from harmful content, which is perfectly legal.